Hello, good afternoon, my dear students. Today we will learn on how to analyze transactions, and after analyzing, we will proceed until the unadjusted trial balance. So let's check what are the accounting or what is the accounting cycle. So I'm sorry for the rain background because it's raining outside. So let us begin. This transactions or this video will show you the simple accounting cycle. It is just so easy, promise. First, you have to analyze. And second, step 2, we will journalize. And step number 3, we will post or we will do the posting. And after we do the posting, we will summarize or we will do the summarizing. And the last step is step 4, trial balance. Okay, so let us begin. Let us do the analyzing. Okay, so before we will flash the business transactions, so here is the accounting equation. We will try to analyze business transactions using our basic accounting equation, which is the asset is equal to liabilities plus owner's certificate. Okay, we complete the boxes so that we can enter those figures or details necessary in analyzing our business transactions. Number 1. Mr. Cruz invested 100,000 for his laundry business. Okay, guys, remember, when the transaction, it says invested, meaning to say it is capital. Okay, investment, initial, deposits, so meaning to say that is capital. It is the usual first transaction in every this is the first transaction in every worksheets na kailangan nating gawin. So, or i-analyze. Based on this transaction, we have cash. Kasi, hindi naman na-mention na it is machineries, or the land, or the building. So, when the item is silent, meaning to say it is cash. So, debt, increase yung iyong cash. And liabilities, wala naman pakialam dito ang liabilities. Diba? Okay, kasi wala naman na-mention na ito ay being borrowed. Okay? So, what is the credit effect? So, capital. Ayan. So, balance pa din. 100,000 is equal to 100,000. Let us try our transactions number 2. He purchased laundry machine worth 8,000 on credit. So, meaning to say, he purchased, no? Nakabili na siya. So, ano yung natanggap niya? Okay? Washing machine worth 8,000 pesos. Okay. Paano niya daw na-acquire yung washing machine? Is it cash or on account or on credit? So, it is on credit. Meaning to say, nag-increase yung liabilities. In this transaction number 2, nag-increase yung asset, nag-increase yung liabilities. 8,000 is equal to 8,000. Let us try business transaction number 3. He paid ABC Trading for the laundry supplies amounting to 5,000. When you see this word that paid, meaning to say, nawalan ka ng cash or bayad na, hindi siya inutang. Okay, again, you have to think, ano yung natanggap niya? Ano yung binili niya? Okay? So, supplies amounting to 5,000 pesos. And if you have something to receive, should have something to parted with. So, ano yung nawala sa'yo? Liabilities ba? Owner's equity ba? No. Nawalan ka din ng cash. Okay. Yung supplies mo, ang kapalit ay cash. Kasi paid. Hindi naman sinabing on account or on credit. Sabi dito is paid. So, meaning to say, nawalan ka ng cash or binayaran mo na. Okay? So, asset is 0, liability is 0, owner's equity is 0. Let us try business transaction number 4. Receive 5,000 from Marisa for her laundry. Okay. Si Mr. Cruz ang naka-receive ng 5,000. Galing daw kay Marisa. So, ibig sabihin, si Marisa ay nagpa-laundry kay Mr. Cruz. So, ano ulit yung na-receive? 5,000 pesos. So, nag-increase ang kanyang asset. And, ano naman yung contra account or the credit account ng transaction number 4? Liabilities ba? No. Of course, income of 5,000 pesos. It is cash kasi according to transaction number 4, Mr. Cruz received 5,000. Let us try this transaction number 5. Bill Jan 2,000 for his laundry fees. Oh, bill. Meaning to say, si John ay nagpa-laundry kay Mr. Cruz but not yet paid. Kasi si Mr. Cruz ay nag-bill kay John. Okay, so meaning to say, ano ang meron si Mr. Cruz kay John? Account receivable. What about the credit account or the contra account of account receivable? Liability? No. Income, 2,000 pesos. Yes, it is income. Because si John ay nagpa-laundry kay Mr. Cruz amounting to 2,000 pesos. Let us try transaction number 6. Receive billing from Meralco for electricity consumption. 1,000 pesos. Okay, meaning to say, na-receive pa lang yung billing. Hindi na mention kung si Mr. De La Cruz ay nagbayad na ng electricity. Let us analyze. So you have no effect with your asset. Yeah, you have accounts payable. Okay, kasi meron kang billing na natanggap from Meralco. And what is the contra account of the accounts payable? Yes, utility expenses. Okay, of 1,000 pesos. Bakit naka-negative? Because utility expenses is reduction or deduction from the owner's equity. Always, all expenses to be deducted from the owner's equity. Don't forget that. Let us try transaction number 7. Paid salary of Mr. Cruz assistant, 5,000 for the first half of the month. Wow! Nakita mo ulit yung salitang paid. So, it is very easy to you. This transaction number 7 is very easy to you. So, you have cash 5,000. Okay, deducted from your asset because you paid. Meaning to say, binayaran mo na siya. Hindi mo inutang yung salary. Okay, what is the contra account of this? Number 7. You have liability? Of course, no. Salary expense. Okay, so asset is negative 5 and owner's equity is negative 5. So meaning to say, still equal. Let us try transaction number 8. Collected 2,000 accounts receivable. Okay, so sabi dito, nakakolekta si Mr. De La Cruz ng 2,000. It is not from the service income. Diba? Walang nag-drop by na nagpa-laundry. Kundi, it is from the account receivable. Yung kanyang pautang. Okay? Kung babalikan natin yung transaction, ito ay yung pautang natin kay John. Correct? Yes, correct. This is our pautang. Okay, what is the entry or what is the effect on the accounting equation? So, cash, debit 2,000. Yan, nag-increase yung asset, liabilities, no effect. And owner's equity, of course, no effect. What is the effect? Yeah, account receivable. So, increase in on the other asset and decreases on the other asset. Account receivable, nawalan ka ng account receivable, can close and open parentheses, meaning to say negative, so 2 minus 2, 0. The accounting equation remains balanced. Congratulations. So let us try to analyze transaction number 9. Hire new employees in accounting department. Okay, if the transaction is like this, there is no amount concerned or there is no effect with the finances of the company. So, this business transactions is not involved. So, meaning to say, you don't need to think what is the effect on the accounting equation. Because 0, the effect on the asset, 0, the effect on the liabilities, and 0 effects in your owner's equity. So, meaning, transaction number 9 is not included to be analyzed. Okay? So let us now proceed to transaction number 10. Paid the amount due from Meralco. Oh, walang amount na nakalagay. But there is a word paid. So, nagbayad ka. You have to check how much our accounts payable to Meralco. Okay? Let us see. Wow. Nawalan ka ng cash dahil nagbayad ka kay Meralco. Dahil nawalan ka ng cash, okay, ano yung kapalit? Nawalan ka din ng accounts payable. Right? Okay. So, let us now proceed to our business transactions number 11. Okay, withdraw 1,000 pesos for personal use. So, nawalan ka ng cash dahil withdraw ni Mr. Cruz. Ano yung kapalit? Wala naman sa liability. Okay. For sa owner's equity, meron kang drawings of 1,000 pesos. Close and open parentheses again ang drawings because ito ay nagde-decrease sa owner's equity. Yun ang kanyang effect. So, are we done? Yay! We are done with analyzing our business transactions. When you're done, you know the effect on the asset, liabilities, and owner's equity. You can now start to do the internalizing. So let's have a try. Our first transaction is Mr. Cruz invested 100,000 for his laundry business. Wow! Naka-ready na siya. So you have to input the date. Let us imagine, I don't put here January 2021 or 2001, but I put a number. So meaning to say that is the date. So let us imagine na lang na this is January 1, 2001. Okay, so debit cash 100,000, credit capital 100,000. And journalizing, do not forget your explanation to record Mr. Cruz initial capital or to record Mr. Cruz invested capital. So whatever the explanation you want will do, as long as you can explain what can happen in each transaction. Next is, he purchased laundry machine worth 8,000 on credit. So let us assume January 2, 2001, debit machineries and equipment 8,000, accounts payable 8,000, to record purchases on account. So, diba? Napakadali na natin mag-journalize once tapos na tayo mag-analyze ng bawat transaction. Let us now proceed to transaction number 2. He paid ABC Trading for the laundry supplies amounting to 5,000 pesos. Okay, so date January 3, debit supplies 5,000, cash 5,000. Again, because of the word paid, right? Okay, so cash 5,000 credit. So to record payment for supplies. Again, do not forget your explanation in every transaction. Next, number 4. Receive 5,000 from Marisa for her laundry. Wow, here is it. Date January 4, cash 5,000 debit, service income 5,000 credit. To record cash sales. Of course, cash, because you received, or Mr. Cruz received the 5,000. Okay, so let us now proceed to transaction number 5. Billed John 2,000 for his laundry fees. Okay, meaning to say again, John is not yet paid with his laundry. So, Mr. John billed him. Okay, here is our journalizing for that transaction. January 5, the date, account receivable debit 2,000, service income 2,000, to record sales on account, of course, because the payment not yet collected. Okay, let us proceed to transaction number 6. Receive billing from Meralco for electricity consumption worth 1,000 pesos. So let us check the journal entry for this transaction. Okay, the date, January 6. Utility expense. Yes, because Meralco is the electricity consumption. We can use utility account title, or if you want, you can use light and water expense. So that two account titles is acceptable. You just use what is convenient to you or what is what you like. So I want utility expense. This is why I posted here the utility. So utility expense 1,000, accounts payable 1,000 pesos. Again, because only billing. We receive only the billing. We don't pay yet. Okay? So, again, we will explain this transaction to record utility bill from Meralco. Let us try transaction number 7. Paid salary of Mr. De La Cruz, assistant, 5,000 for the first half of the month. So, let us check the journal entry for this transaction. Yeah, here we go. We have here the date, January 7, salary expense, of course, and debit 5,000, credit cash 5,000. Explanation again to record salary expense. Okay, why 5,000 cash? It's because we can see here the pay. Diba? Hindi naman siya income. Okay? Kaya, cash, credit. Let us try transaction number 8. Collected 2,000 accounts receivable. Okay. This is the payment from John. Okay. Kapag ikaw ay nag-collect ng payment, meaning to say, mawawalan ka na ng account receivable. Kaya, let us check the journal entry. Debit cash 2,000, credit accounts receivable 2,000. Okay, the date is January 8, of course, and we have here the explanation to record sales on account. No, you have to change this. This is the record collection on account or the collected receivable. Okay, the record collected receivable. Okay, I'll just input wrong explanation. Okay, I'm sorry for this. Okay, let us now move on to transaction number 9. Pay the amount due from Meralco. Okay, so you pay the billing of Meralco. Let us see the transaction or the journal entry. Date, yan, January 9. So, you debited the accounts payable kasi nagbayad ka na. Wala ka na utang later on. So, debit 1,000, cash 1,000 pesos credit because nawalan ka ng cash. Kasi, as you can see, the word pay. Okay, nagbayad ka ulit. Okay, don't forget to explain the transaction to record utility bill from Meralco. Again, this is error. Okay, the correct explanation for this transaction is to record payment for Meralco, not utility bill because it is already recorded. Okay, so I'm sorry again for this. Next, withdraw 1,000 for personal use. Okay, let us check the journal entry. Okay, the date is January 10. Particulars, drawings. Okay, debit 1,000. But when we see the transaction withdraw, meaning to say we have to debit the drawings. Okay, if it is for personal use. Okay, drawings 1,000. Because of withdrawal, of course, what the owner being withdraw, of course, cash. Okay, cash 1,000 pesos to record salary expense. Again, this is a wrong explanation, so you have to change this to record drawings of Mr. Cruz for personal use or to record drawings. I'm sorry again for this. I forgot to edit the explanation. Okay, don't forget our corrections for your future reference. Wow, we are done with our journalizing. So, I had fun. I hope you learned with our examples. I hope you learned with this session. I hope you learned with the simple journalizing procedure. So, we are done now with this. We can now move on to our next step. which is posting. You had fun, right? This is what we so-called the T account. If you can still remember what your instructor teachers being mentioned during your fundamentals of accounting or the introduction in accounting, after journalizing, they said that, okay, after we journalize, we'll proceed to our T account. Okay, so T account meaning to say posting. Okay, I'm so excited for this because we are getting closer to our gems. Okay, let us now begin. Internalizing. We will check, okay, or we will look at on the journal entry that we made. Okay, because we have to transfer those entries to our ledger. Okay, so as you can see in our monitor, this is our first transaction or first journal entry that we made a while ago. So let us now post them. Okay, let us prepare the T account. Okay, why T account? Because as you can see, we have the debit side, we have the credit side, and the account title at the upper part. So we can draw letter T here. Okay, so let us now begin. Let us post this cash. Okay, so we have here the account titles at the upper part, the cash, of course. So let us post this cash. So let us imagine that we put code. I forgot to put the code with our journal entry. So I have here JB001, meaning to say our first entry with our journal book. Yeah, 100,000. Okay, we are done with our cash. Let us now proceed to capital. The next one. Of course, yes, January 1. Journal book entry number 1. 100,000. Yan, nasa credit. Kasi nasa credit din sa ating journal book. Hindi na tayo maglalagay ng explanation. No need to put explanation. Kasi explanation only nilalagay sa ating journal book. Yan. So, we are done with this. So, lagyan cross out na natin para meron tayong palatandaan kung ano pa yung mga entries na hindi natin na-forward o hindi pa natin nata-transfer sa ating ledger. So, let us check our journal book entry number 2. Yes. Yeah. The machinery's equipment and the accounts payable. So, let us transfer or let us post. Yeah. Machinery's and equipment. Okay. Nilagay natin sa debit kasi nasa debit. See? Machinery's and equipment sa ating journal book. Okay. We are done now with the machineries and equipment. So let us now proceed to post the accounts payable. Yan. Okay, reference. Journal book number 2. Okay, journal book entry number 8,000. Okay, nasa credit side siya because sa ating journal book ay sa credit accounts payable. 8,000. Next. Cross out na natin yung ating accounts payable because we are done with this transaction. Next. Let us check what's next. Here we go. Our third transaction, which is the supplies and cash. So first, okay, we post the supplies. Lagay natin siya sa debit. Yan, 5,000. Kasi sa ating journal book, syempre, nasa debit siya. Kaya pagdating dapat sa ledger, nasa debit siya. Okay? We are done with this. So, puntahan na naman natin yung page ng cash para ma-post na naman natin itong cash. Okay. So, since naka-credit, sa credit tayo mag-entry. January 3, journal book entry number 3, 5,000. So cute. Okay, cross out na natin tong cash because we are done with this. Let us now proceed to our next journal book entry number 4. Okay, so this is our entry number 4 sa ating journal book. So we have here debit cash again, 5,000. So let us post it. Okay, we are done with this. So let us cross it out, the cash, and let us post the 5,000 pesos service income. Ayan. We are done with this. So let us cross out the service income. Ayan. Ito-cross out naman natin. Or anything but you like. You put a mark, or highlight, or check. Para lang meron kayong palatandaan na tapos nyo na yung maiposta. Tapos na kayo sa inyong posting. Para sa transaction na yun or para sa entry. Okay, we are done with our journal book entry number 4. Let us now proceed to our journal book entry number 5. Okay, account receivable and service income again. So, we have to create page for account receivable, and let us begin to post this transaction number 5. Okay? The reference and of course the amount, 2,000 pesos. Again, nasa debit dahil nasa debit yung cap dito sa ating journal book. Okay? We are done with this. Sorry. Let us now move or proceed to our service income page. Okay, so meron na tayo dito yung kanina, dagdag na natin itong 2,000. Okay, journal book entry number 5, 2,000. Apology for the wrong spelling. I missed the letter I. Okay, we are done with this. No? Let us cross out na. Okay, para meron tayong palatandaan na okay na ulit na i-post. So, let us proceed to our transaction number 6. Wow, utility and accounts payable. So, utility expense. Lagay natin siya sa debit dahil naka-debit siya dito sa ating journal book. Okay? So, again, the reference. Okay, 1,000 pesos debit. And we are done with this. Proceed naman natin ma-post yung ating accounts payable. So, accounts payable, meron na tayo kanina yung 8,000. Let us add this 1,000. So, kinross out ko na. I'm excited. Okay? So, we are done with this. We can now proceed to our journal book entry number 7. The salary expense. Of course, salary expense ay nasa debit, kaya sa debit tayo magpo-post. This is the transaction number 7 or the journal book entry number 7. Okay, ang RTM. And we are done with this, so we can now move on to post this credit 5,000 cash. Okay. Let us go back to our cash page. Here you go. Okay, let us add credit, no? Yung ating journal entry dito. So, dito na natin siya lalagay sa credit. Lagay lang natin yung ating reference. And of course, the amount. Since we are done, let us cross it out again. Okay. Next, journal entry please. Okay, we have here the journal book entry number 8, 2,000 pesos cash debit. So we have to add here. Let us add date and your reference, and of course the amount 2,000 pesos. Okay, we are done with this. So we can now move on to account receivable page. So let us check. Okay. Kailangan natin ilagay si credit kasi dito sa ating journal entry ay naka-credit. So, journal book entry number 8, 2,000 pesos. Bilis lang, no? Para lang tayo naglalaro. Okay. So, cross out na natin ulit. Okay. So, transaction number 9. Welcome. Yeah. So, we have here debit accounts payable. Post na natin. Transfer na natin dito. Ayan. So, journal book number 9. Journal book entry number 9 rather. 1,000. Cross out na natin kasi tapos na. And, tingnan natin yung cash page. Ayan. Then, dami ng entry ng cash, no? That is usual. As usual. Okay. Cash. Ayan. Credit. Kasi naka-credit din siya dito. Siyempre, credit din pag pinost natin. Hindi pwedeng mabaliktad na naka-credit sa journal book tapos i-debit mo sa letter. Hindi pwede. So, kung naka-credit siya, credit din. Dahil tapos na natin i-post ha, lagyan natin ang process. Next, transaction number 10. Ayan, drawing. Debit 1,000. Okay, please. Ilagay natin yung date. First, the reference, journal book entry number 10, and the amount. Okay, ano ulit yung credit? Cash. So, dahil tapos na tayo drawings, na-cross out na natin, proceed na ulit tayo sa ating cash page. Ayan. So, ayan na po yung ating cash page or ledger. So, input na natin. Dahil nasa credit siya, lagay na natin siya sa credit. Ayan, 1,000 pesos. Okay. Journal book entry number 10, yung ating reference. Okay, next is, cross out na natin yung cash dahil tapos na tayo. So, congratulations again everyone. We're done with our posting. So, after posting, what's next? So, I'm so excited to summarize or to get the total of each account. So, yun ang gagawin natin. No? Halimbawa, tapos na natin yung posting or natapos na yung pag-transfer ng lahat ng mga details sa inyong ledger book o sa inyong key account. Ang next na natin gagawin ay summary natin siya or ito-total ang lahat ng debit side and credit side and we will get the ending balance. So, let us proceed. Yay! Okay, summarizing. Okay, nasa-summarizing na tayo. It's getting more exciting, right? Parang hindi nagtatanong. Okay, let us now begin. Nakapagpahinga na ba kayo? Or nakahinga na ba kayo? Hinga-hinga muna tayo. Okay, yan. Ito na yung ating cash. Okay, or ito na yung ating ledger or the page for cash. So, the first thing that we need to do is to get the subtotal, okay, of each column. Okay, the debit, of course, and the credit. Okay, let us total the debit side. 100 plus 5, 105 plus 2, 107. Yay! And correct. Next, ito naman credit side. 5 plus 5, 10 plus 1, 11 plus 1, 12. Yay! I am correct again. Then, after getting the total of debit and credit, we will now subtract to get the ending balance. 107 minus 112. Minus 12. That is 95. Okay, so 95,000 is your cash ending balance. Once you get it, don't forget to put the double bar. Okay? Meaning that is your ending. Okay, we are done with cash. What's next? Yay! Account receivable. Okay. So, meron na tayong subtotal. Meron na din tayong ending balance. The only thing that we need to get is the amount. So, total of debit, 2,000. Total of credit, 2,000. 2,000 minus 2,000, that is 0. Meaning to say, wala na tayong collectibles or wala na tayong account receivable. Okay, we are done with this. Let us move on to next page. Ano kayang page ang makikita natin? Or anong account title? Hulaan nyo is supplies. So, we have here subtotal and ending balance. The only thing we need to do is to get the amount. Since walang ibang transaction, we just simply copy the 5,000. And the ending balance, we just again simply copy the 5,000 and don't forget the double bar. Ayan. Okay na sa supplies. What do you think's next? Grabe, mali na ako. What do you think? What do you think, brother? Sobrang hirap pala mo magsalita ng isang oras. Ang sakit sa lalamunan. Okay, next, we are done with the supplies, machineries, and equipment. Kaya meron na tayong ending balance. Hindi ko nalilagyan ng subtotal, guys. Kasi wala naman ng ibang ito-total pa. So, wala naman credit sa debit lang. Kaya, dumiretso na ako. Nag-shortcut na ako sa ending balance. Okay, wala naman ibang amount dito, walang ibang entry, so you just simply copy the amount. 8,000 pesos and the double bar. Okay, tapos na tayo sa machineries. So, nakaka-excite. Ano na tayo next? Yeah, accounts payable. So, don't forget yung subtotal. Kapag merong parehas na entry yung debit at credit side. Okay? So, let us compute. Wala naman ibang amount. You just simply copy the 1,000 pesos. And sa credit side, let us add 8,000 plus 1,000. That is 9,000. So, let us get the ending balance. Okay? So, bakit naka-credit na yung ending balance? Dahil accounts payable na. Diba? Kapag liabilities, normal balance is credit. Okay. 1,000 minus 9,000, that is 8,000 and double bar again for the total. What's next? We are done with the accounts payable. Yay! Capital na. Okay? So, sa capital, wala naman siyang ibang entry. No? Walang entry yung debit side. Only the credit side, nag-iisa lang naman. So, shortcut na natin. Let us get the ending balance, 100,000. Ayan. And don't forget the double bar. After capital, what's next? Here you go. Service income. Yung service income natin, 2 entries. The journal book entry number 4 and journal book entry number 5. So, let us get the total amount. Okay, 7,000 and double rule. Next is utility expense. And you have to get the total. So, wala naman siyang ibang amount, wala yung ibang transaction, just simply copy the 1,000 pesos and double rule. Double rule or double bond. Pero common or ginagamit talaga ng mga accountant is double rule. Next is salary expense. And we have here 5,000. Let us get the total na lang. So, wala naman ibang transaction for the salary expense. Just simply copy the 5,000. Ayan. Okay na? Next is double roll. Meaning to say, this is the final amount. Next, after salary expense, we have drawings. Yan. So, drawings, we have to get the total again. Ayan. There's no other transaction or entry. Just simply copy the amount and double rule. Next, yay! We are done with our posting and summarizing. And now, we will proceed to unadjusted trial balance. Bakit unadjusted? Because after this, no, merong mga adjustments like depreciation, uncollected, unrecorded, over-recorded, under-recording. So, those are the adjustments. So, it matters in computing our financial reports. This is why, no, meron tayong unadjusted. Then, after natin ma-entry yung adjustments, meron na tayong adjusted trial balance. Meaning to say, that is the final trial balance. Wow! We must proceed because success is getting closer. Okay, let us check. Unadjusted trial balance. Okay. So, lagyan natin ng heading. Ayan. Sequence. Kung gusto nyo lagyan ng 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on, so on. And particulars, of course, debit and credit. So, this is the picture of the unadjusted trial balance or the itsura. Okay? So, mabilis lang. Next is, sulat na natin yung mga account titles concerned. Okay? We have here, cash, account receivable, yun yung pangalawa natin na summary, supplies, machineries and equipment, accounts payable, capital, drawings, service income, utility, salary expense, and total. So, bakit ganito yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng ating presentation with the account titles? Kasi we will write those account titles according to accounting equation. So, we have here the asset. Okay, asset yun. Asset. Ito, asset yan sila. Okay? Bakit nauna yung supplies kasi sa machinery and equipment? Kasi, una natin isusulat yung current asset. Next natin yung non-current. Okay? Kaya ganito yung pagkakasunod-sunod. Next ng asset is liabilities. Okay? We have here the accounts payable. So, since wala namang ibang liabilities, okay, isunod na natin yung owner's equity. Okay? Bakit naman nauna yung drawing sa service income? Bakit nauna yung service income sa utility expense? Can you please check your expanded accounting equation? Kasi doon sa owner's equity nakalagay is capital minus drawings plus revenue minus expenses. Kaya ganito yung pagkakasunod-sunod. Okay? Since perfect na natin ito ang pagkakasunod-sunod ng ating account titles, we will now get the total amount. Wow! Kukunin natin yung total ng bawat account title. Okay? Cash is 95,000. Account receivable, 0. Supplies, 5,000. Machineries and equipment, 8,000. Accounts payable, 8,000. Capital, 100,000. Drawings, 1,000. Service income, 7,000. Utility expense, 1,000. Salary expense, 5,000. And the total of this is 95 plus 5, 100, plus 8, 108, plus 1, 109, plus 1 again, 110, and plus 5, 115,000. Yes, this is correct. And after getting the total of the debit column, we will now proceed to get the total of the credit column or the credit side. So 8,000 plus 100, that is 108,000. Plus 7, that is 115,000. Let us check if it is correct. Okay, 115 is correct. So meaning to say, debit 115,000, credit is 115,000. That is equal to balance. Yan, double rule and balance. Diba? So, kapag balance tayo, meaning to say 95% guarantee that our entries are all correct. Guys, don't forget, hindi ibig sabihin na kayo ay nagbalanse sa adjusted trial balance ay kayo ay tama na. Baka nagkamali kayo sa utility expense na gawa ninyong salary expense na 6,000. Diba? So, mag-a-arrive pa din yun sa 115. Okay? The only thing that I would like to insist in your mind that in analyzing, you just be so sure because that is your first step. And yung first step ninyo ay may effect sa inyong second step. And the second step is may effect sa inyong third step. So meaning to say, pag kayo ay nagkamali sa inyong analysis o sa inyong analysis, magkakamali na din kayo sa mga susunod na procedure. At ang resulta ng inyong unadjusted trial balance ay mali na rin. Pero, nakaka-excite kapag tayo ay balanse, di ba? Okay? Basta, tama lang ang ating analysis, wala tayong magiging problema. Okay? Kailangan lang natin maging masinop sa pag-aanalisa. Maging matyaga sa pagbabasa. Kailangan ulit-ulitin lang na basahin ang bawat transaction hanggang sa ma-perfect na ang iyong analysis or hanggang sa ikaw ay 100% sure na. It is not just like a matter of interest. Okay? Sabi nila sa accounting daw, basta marunong kang mag-add, marunong kang mag-minus, mag-multiply, mag-divide, okay na. Okay? So, hindi ganon. Pangalawa lang yun. Unang-una talaga dapat marunong kang mag-analyze sa mga transaction. Kung dapat ba siyang kasama, kung hindi, may effect ba siya sa asset, may effect ba siya sa liabilities, or may effect ba siya sa owner's equity. So, abangan ninyo ang ating next na episode dito sa ating video na ito dahil i-reveal na natin yung mga adjustment na kailangan nating add or i-deduct para makuha din natin yung ating adjusted trial balance at makapag-start na tayong gumawa ng ating financial reports. So, thank you so much for watching.